Violence unmakes the world. It doesn't just beset us, it actually unmakes us. Preemptive love is where I jump forward to love you before you love me. I jump forward to trust you before perhaps you've trusted me. But preemptive love unmakes violence. Preemptive love remakes the world through healing. We decided we wanted to be the kind of people who would even serve the child of a would-be terrorist. Because what better way is there to rewrite the narrative that drives terrorism? A few years ago, I envisioned an Iraq where every child had access to the life-saving surgery they needed. Today, we're on pace to accomplish that in the next 10 years.
Preemptive love in a place like Iraq has been so known for preemptive wars, right? This idea that we've got to hit you before you do anything to hurt us. Preemptive love is just this idea that there might be a different way to live.
Who did you learn that concept from?
Leo Tolstoy has a book called The Kingdom of God is Within You, and a lot of it talks about this idea of nonviolence and how to be in the world in a way that is not predicated on struggle. A guy named Derek Webb was singing some songs at that time that asked questions like, how can I kill the one I'm supposed to love? My enemies are men like me. And as a Christian, these are concepts that I've heard my whole life. We're supposed to love our enemies. We're supposed to bless those who harm us or persecute us. But I think my tradition had kind of just pushed that to the side, and we didn't really deal with that.
This pain didn't begin with ISIS. This is the land of conflict. Who do you blame?
Blame inherently continues to pit us against each other. I think words like responsibility have the capacity to bring us together a little bit more. So that's one thing. Secondly, I'd actually take exception with the idea that this is the land of conflict. This is the land of hope. This is the land of beautiful people. This is the land of progress. This is the land of industry, the origin of so many people of belief around the world. So how you frame the problem, how you frame the question can be so determinative in where you end up.
You love Christians, you love Muslims, you love Yazidis. Do you love ISIS?
We love the people who have found themselves caught up in the ISIS machine, and the ISIS propaganda, and the ISIS machinations. Saying, do you love ISIS is actually a little bit like saying, do you love the U.S. Postal Service? I mean, it's an entity.
I mean the people. The people that have hurt, that have killed, who have raped, or is there actually in you a limit to that love?
Absolutely, there's a limit. And I would like to see that limit pushed further and further back. It's easy for me to sit here and say, sure, we love ISIS. On the other hand, if I'm dealing with one guy in front of me, if I can feel that guy's pain, if I can know his story and what drove him into the arms of this ideology or what drove him to those actions, I'm built for empathy. You're built for empathy. We're built to feel the pain of each other. And so if I can peel away the black flags and the masks and the rhetoric surrounding ISIS, and I can just deal with this guy named Abdullah, I'm much more likely to find a place for love and a loving response to this guy. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't get punished. It doesn't mean there's no justice. But you can be loving and still have a justice system that works. This whole idea of preemptive love, we're going to be the first in and the last to leave. But we don't just want to show up on the front lines and provide them with something and then pull out. We want to stick around for the long haul and help them rebuild their communities. We've been bombed, we've been imprisoned, we've been shot at, but we're trying to be a community, a movement of people, an organization that says, even when the world is scary as hell, we're going to love anyway.
Hey guys, this is Jeremy. I'm here just outside of Mosul in a town that has just been liberated from ISIS control and delivering food to a couple thousand people. This is not the way that the world was supposed to work. The world is broken. The world is messed up. There's a lot of evil. We see it. But this story, this hope that we have is that that the world can be made new through the greatest act of sacrificial love. And that's the story that is compelling us into these hard places to love the people who need it most.